Today, you'll learn how to use OpenClaw for free with GLM 4.7 Flash plus Ollama. So there's an AI model called GLM 4.7 Flash, and today we are setting it up together. Totally local, right in my Mac studio, no subscriptions, no cloud, nothing leaving your computer. This is available on Ollama, and when you pair it with something like OpenClaw, you get a fully autonomous AI agent running right on your computer for free. GLM 4.7 Flash is a powerful model. It's in the same league as some of the best AI tools people are paying for every single month. But this one, you download it once, it runs locally on your machine, and it is free. And the benchmarks on this thing are pretty wild. It's actually beaten some of the other big models in real world coding tasks and problem solving. Nearly 270,000 people have already downloaded it in the last few weeks. So today we're going to be setting up the whole thing together from scratch. I'm going to show you exactly how to get GLM 4.7 Flash running through Ollama, connected to OpenClaw, and then we are going to test it live here so you can see exactly what it can do before you even try it yourself. And if you've been waiting for a completely free way to run OpenClaw with a seriously powerful AI brain, this is it. Let's go, let's get into it. So you can see Ollama right here with the setup instructions. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you have OpenClaw ready to go on your laptop. You can get Ollama for free directly via ollama.com. And then the model that we're going to be using today is GLM 4.7 Flash, right? So if we open this up, GLM 4.7 Flash is this model right here. It's the strongest model in the 30 billion parameter class, and it's pretty lightweight for deployment, but very efficient as well. Now you can run this, for example, for free inside Claude Code, Codex, OpenClaw, but most importantly, we're going to be focusing on OpenClaw today, right? Now, I've actually got this already installed, so I'm going to come on to that in a second. So the way that you can download this is you just open up the terminal. You're going to make sure that you have Ollama running, right? So you can see Ollama ready to go right there. And then once you've got Ollama running in the background, what you want to do is make sure that you run this command to set up Ollama GLM 4.7 Flash. What that will actually do is download the model for you. So let me show you an example. You can see an example right here. All right. So we use that command Ollama run GLM 4.7 Flash, as you can see inside our terminal. That pulled in the model, and then we checked if it's working. So I said working, and it started thinking, and it's like, yes, I'm working. How can I help today? So the model was installed. It was about 25 gigabytes. And then it took about, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes to download. And then it was pretty fast once I started running it. If you're wondering, okay, what is my setup in terms of the laptop, etc., because obviously you need some power to run this locally. We've got a Mac Studio on the M4 Max with 36 gigabytes, right? And that's what we're running for Mac Studio. That is my setup. All right. So once you've done that, then you need to run this command, as you can see here. So we're going to copy and paste that command to start running Ollama for free. We'll run that like so. We're going to click yes, and that will start launching OpenClaw with GLM 4.7 Flash. And now you can see that's configured, it's set up, and it says OpenClaw has been configured with Ollama. Gateway is already running, right? What does that mean? That means we now have GLM 4.7 Flash, which is a powerful AI model running for free locally, and we've just installed it for free, which means we can use it inside a terminal, but we can also use it inside Ollama as well, and we can use it inside OpenClaw. That is awesome, because now we have a free model and we don't need to pay for tokens. So for example, here, if we go over to our gateway, as you can see, previously I was using Google Gemini API, which is 3.1 Pro preview. Obviously, you have to pay for something like that. Right? So let's just check this is working. And it says, yes, I'm active. What's up? So I'm going to say, okay, what model are you? What API are you running on? Let's just double check this is working. When you relaunch it with Ollama, it's going to be just a little bit slow for a couple of minutes as the gateway has to reload, right? But we'll wait for this to load, and boom, shakalaka, my friends. You're running Ollama on this Mac Studio with the GLM Flash model currently loaded, right? This is free. This is a free setup. That is amazing, because now we can use OpenClaw as much as we want with the full power of it, using a very powerful model called GLM 4.7 Flash, and it's all running locally. That is amazing. Let's see what we got inside the questions. Julio says, can I use that inside my VPS? Depends how powerful your VPS is, right? You need quite a powerful VPS. I just don't recommend in general using the VPS for OpenClaw, because people are scraping the gateways, they're trying to get access to that stuff. Why not just keep it locally? That's the way that I look at it. Carbon says, I literally just passed another video talking down about OpenClaw, and it's clear they have no idea what they're doing. The project we have built is literally going to, yeah, I mean, it is awesome. It is awesome. I'm setting up models locally to support but main model has been Codex 5.3 and 5.3 Spark. The Spark update is crazy fast, but context goes faster. Yeah, had not looked into GLM 4.7. Yeah, so far it's so good. Are you running the latest? Yeah, so we run the latest. Just the command that I use to set this up, right, is this one right here, right? So it just pulls in the latest, as you can see. So there's a bunch of models here, like you can see. But to install it locally, I just use this command. Dr. Blast says, can I use it on my Windows? As far as I'm aware, you can. Yeah, it's not so much about whether it's on Windows or whether it's on Mac. The main thing to note here is like, what's the power of your computer, right? So for example, if I'm using something like GLM 4.7, if I was running this on like a MacBook Pro, probably not going to run very well, right? But if I run it on a Mac Studio, it's going to be pretty fast, lightweight, and it can run locally for free. So pretty awesome stuff right there. If you want to get the full setup guide on exactly how to use this, we've got it inside GLM 4.7 notes right here with the full guide, etc. And I've shown you how easy it is to set up. Literally all you do is pretty simple. It's like you copy and paste, you download Ollama, you copy and paste that. Then you're going to copy and paste the command for GLM 4.7 Flash, which is this one. And then you're going to copy and paste that, right? It's pretty simple. Let me just break this down for you. It's basically it, right? So you download Ollama from Ollama.com. You go to your terminal, you copy and paste this command, wait for it to download. It's about 25 gigabytes, so it might take about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on your internet. Then you're going to use this command inside the terminal to get that set up with OpenClaw. And then you open OpenClaw like you've seen today, and you make sure it's working. Just make sure it's running on the actual API, and you're good to go from there. Carbon Shock says, got it downloaded now. Brian says, I can't run GLM 4.7 on my Mac Mini as it only has 16 gigabytes of RAM. What other local models do you recommend? Honestly, that is the main one for running it locally with OpenClaw, right? If you look at Ollama's guidance on this, you can see that for OpenClaw, right, they recommend 4 different models. Now, you could run a cloud model, and as long as you stick within the token limits, you could run, for example, GLM 5 Cloud, you could run Minimax Cloud, you could run Kimike 2.5 Cloud, and those models will run in the same way that I've set them up today. It's just that you've got token limits on them, right? But you could run those. But if you want like a fully free model that's unlimited, that is set up, then you can just run this one, right? And then you're good to go. It's pretty good. It's working pretty well so far. It's also working directly inside Telegram as well, which is great. So I think that's an awesome setup. The other one that we looked at recently was Quen 3.5, and that's another option. So you can run Quen 3.5. We've got a full video tutorial inside the AirPod for boarding for that, and we've got the full setup guide and everything else for using Quen 3.5. Again, that is a cloud model, whereas, for example, what we're doing today with GLM 4.7 Flash is running a local model. Right, big difference, big difference. So if we go inside here as well, we can also use this with, for example, OpenCode for free, Codex, and you could also use Claw Code for free with GLM 4.7 Flash, right? So the way that you do that is you open up a new terminal window, and once you've installed GLM 4.7 Flash and you've got Ollama running, then you can paste in this command, right? And then you just click on yes, I trust it, blah, blah, blah. And look at this, right? We've now got Claw Code running with GLM 4.7 Flash ready to go, right? And if we just say, okay, build an SEO calculator, it's going to start wibbling, and then it will start using GLM 4.7 Flash. Put that out right locally. Carbon Shock says, just set up GLM 4.7 Flash, and Flash is very fast. Yeah, I would agree. You can see it's already working within Claw Code right here, which is pretty cool. And now you've got free access to OpenClaw and Claw Code for free using GLM 4.7. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, check out my AI automation community. If you want to get all the video notes from today, etc., you can get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Julio says, what is the best free model for a machine that's 8 RAM? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not like, I don't know. I mean, like, if you want like a local model that's super lightweight, then you can just use something like PicoClaw. You can use PicoClaw. That is a super lightweight model. It uses like 99% less RAM than something like OpenClaw. And then you could run that with something like Gemma 3.4b available on Ollama. And that way you could get a super lightweight model with a super lightweight agent as well, right? So something like PicoClaw or ZeroClaw with a local lightweight model, like for example, Ollama, using Gemma 3.4b. That could be an option. Again, the lighter the model, the less power you get. But quite often, 99% of people don't need super powerful models when it comes to creating and automating tasks with AI. So thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, check out the AI Profit Boarding. Link in the comment description or go to aiprofitboarding.com. Inside the community, you can post questions, you can get help, you can get support, etc. You meet cool people, as you can see right here. You can also join our daily accountability group. So that is right here. And you can basically post your goals and use this to stay laser focused, to avoid shiny object syndrome, and to be held accountable, and to make sure you don't get information overload, right? So if you struggle with focus, if you want to just get stuff done, if you like accountability, this is an awesome place to do it. Also, you can see that it's not just me winning with AI. So for example, we actually have over 130 pages of testimonials from people who are getting results with our training, right? So if you want to learn about this stuff, if you want to see what's working, etc., like for example, look at Paul. His NA10 automation that he set up from the AI Profit Boardroom ranked #1 within 90 minutes. You got, for example, Russell, who crushed it with his digital avatar and landed a client. You got, for example, Eric, who landed his first client, and Dan, who was in the AI boardroom for 2 weeks and got his first customer, right? And there's 130 pages of testimonials from people winning with AI automation like this. Also, you can jump on weekly video calls. So we have video coaching calls 4 times a week where you can get help, you can get support, you can share your screen, you can meet cool people on the call. We have a map where you can connect with people locally in your area. You can just zoom into your area, DM people, say, hey, do you want to jump on a Zoom call, etc. And then also inside the classroom, you get all of my best automations. So if you want to go from like beginner to expert in just 5 weeks with AI automation, plus learn how to build your first AI agent in under 5 minutes, you can get the training right there. If you want to get my best playbooks on my personal business, you can see them right here. So for example, if you want to automate, for example, videos with AI, if you want to automate AI avatar videos, screen share videos, if you want to automate shorts, Instagram, newsletters, X, etc. These are all the automations that I personally use in my business, and I share them with you right here. Also, you can get my best trainings on, for example, all the latest updates. So we actually have a full 6-hour course right here. As you can see, all of these come with videos and also regular updates on, for example, the new stuff that comes out. So today we've already added 2 guides. We added one on Agent Zero, and we compared Agent Zero to OpenClaw yesterday with full step-by-step tutorials and guides, as you can see right here, plus 100 prompts. We have stuff on like Manners, Google Anti-Gravity, Gemini 3.1 Pro, etc. I just basically try and find, okay, what's the most important update for you today? And then how can I share that in a useful, practical way? And that's what I do inside the classroom right here. If you want to get more clients, you can check out the agency course. If you want to watch about the coaching course, you can do that here. If you want to learn how to rank #1 with AI SEO based on what's working for us, you can do that. And also, if you want to rank and grow a YouTube channel, you can see that we shared the full 6-week roadmap right there. So feel free to get that. That's inside the AI boardroom. Link in the comments description, or go to aiprofitboarding.com. Harv says, with OpenClaw, can it control your PC, do tasks for you? Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can connect locally. You can use an MCP called Apple Script, and that'll connect locally to your files. And then the other option that you have if you want to control your browser is you can install a Chrome extension and then operate OpenClaw with that Chrome extension. We've got trainings inside here if you want to learn how to do that. Mateus says, Brazil. Oh, good to see you here. Thanks for watching from Brazil. Carbon says, thanks for the videos. People like you are making a difference with real information and not just hyper marketing. Times are changing. Appreciate it. Appreciate you too. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate that. So that's basically it.